tradition at a bris, as our guests of honor come into the room, we stand and we say the words Baruch haba, which means blessed be. Baruch haba.
Baruch haba.
You can take all the pictures you like. Please be seated. I want to welcome all of you today. My name is Dr. Richard Roberts. Let me be formal for just a moment. Can you all hear me in the back? I love people that are in the back because those are the people that want to rush up during the important part of the ceremony. My name is Dr. Richard Roberts. I wear 3 hats or yarmulkes today. Number 1, I'm the loyal, I'm the person who officiates the ceremony. Number 2, I'm an OBGYN. I deliver babies. I did not have the honor of delivering this good-looking baby, but I spoke to Sean, and he said it was such a wonderful experience that he would like 5 more children. Isn't that what you told me?
And I want you to pay for them.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about paying. Where are the aunts and uncles? Raise your hand. When you signed the birth certificate 5 minutes ago, what did I tell you you were signing? What did you say?
First year.
First year of college. What are you signing for?
I think third or
Third
fourth
year,
of
and you have the second, and you have the fourth. Plus, I got them for med school and law school. My third hat is that a friend. I've talked to Sean and Allison Moore probably in the last 72 hours that I talked to my wife, who's not even in this country, but that's beside the point. And having met them, they're a lovely couple. Before we begin, I want to share with you very briefly my thoughts about the ceremony. If you thought you were coming to a bris up in some loft on the Upper East Side, you were mistaken. If you thought you were coming to a baby naming on the Upper East Side, you were also mistaken. This is more than a bris or a baby naming. To me, it's a celebration of life, and more specifically, a celebration of 3 lives. A new mother who a week ago had a baby. I think she looks wonderful. If you agree, you may applaud. A new father who's in shock. I got this kid paid for college, but the next 5 I don't. You better give him an applause. And if you wake up their son, I will kill you. No. And their newborn son. 3 lives that come together and form a family. This is not a bris or a baby naming. I would submit to you, my friends, in my humble opinion, it's a celebration of life, more specifically a celebration of family. On behalf of Allison and Sean and their beautiful newborn infant, we welcome you to the bris, but more importantly, we welcome you to a celebration of family. Continuing with that theme, we'd like to call upon 2 grandmothers to come forward and light our ceremonial candles. You can clap anytime you like. Come. You can clap. What do? You light the candles. Start. You don't have to say a prayer, it's not your vote. Just like 1. There's 1 for each of you. Don't worry, every night. Grandma, would you like the other candle? You stay right here. Get together. There's a photographer. This young lady is our official photographer. He's our second official. The relationship between a grandmother, stay together, between a grandmother and a grandson to me is unique and indescribable. You better look right there, she's going to kill me. Get together. God, this is a tough group. The relationship between 2 grandmothers and a grandson is unique and indescribable. The love that will be transferred from these women to this young man is without limits and boundaries. On behalf of all of us, we wish you a sincere congratulations, a sincere mazel tov. Unfortunately, there are members of this family that are not here with us today, physically, but here in spirit and in our hearts. And for those fallen members of the U.S. military that have died in our wars, would you please light a candle in their honor? I'm going to ask you to move these candles for me later. Somebody's battery. In accordance with the time-honored traditions of Judaism, we are gathered today to share the joy of loving parents and to participate with Allison and Sean as they prepare to fulfill the mitzvah of Brit, of bringing their son into the covenant of Abraham. In doing so, they dedicate themselves to the Jewish people and to fulfill, as did Abraham to Isaac, their responsibilities as parents. Zihad Kisei Shel Eliyahu Zakor Lato. This is the chair of Elijah, the defender of the weak, the prophet of hope. We pray that the spirit of Elijah be with this young man. May Elijah be at his side, guiding and nourishing him. There are two parts to a bris. The first part is the naming portion. That's where we announce the baby's name. If you've noticed so far, I've never, and in speaking to Sean and Allison, I've never used the baby's name. I made them repeat it to me last night, the Hebrew name especially, because according to Jewish custom, he is not a member of this family until this very moment when his name is announced in English and in Hebrew at the bris. And then he becomes a member of this family. Would you do me a favor? Would you kiss the baby to Allison, and would you come close and put your arms around your body? Also, we have two godparents that we would like to recognize, and if they would please come forward and stand behind Allison and Sean, with Aunt Samantha and Uncle Daniel, would you please come forward? You can clap. It's Our God and God of our mothers and fathers, sustain this child through his parents' loving care. Let him be known among our people Israel by the name of Spencer, Mason, Learner, and in Hebrew, Levi, Ben, Shimon, Aviga, Yael. May his name be a source of joy to him and inspire him to serve our people and our humanity. May his parents rejoice in his growth of body and soul. As Allison and Sean have brought him into the covenant, so may they, with wisdom and patience, lead him to the study of Torah, to a life of good deeds, and to a marriage worthy of God's blessings. And as a family, before God, may we all say, Amen.
Amen.
Now, at this time, Sean has some welcoming remarks. Sean, you're up. Come on over here. You can clap.
So, I'd like to start by thanking my beautiful wife for this greatest gift of joy. And you're so beautiful, and I'm so happy to have this wonderful family and to continue our path of happiness and health. I'd like to thank my parents and my in-laws for their love and support. We've named our son Spencer Mason Lerner with the Hebrew name of Levi because
Spencer is named after my grandmother, Sally. She was a very strong Holocaust survivor and always loved her children and grandchildren.
his middle name Mason is named after my great-grandfather, Marius Decker, because he was kind-hearted, he was generous and loving man. And his Hebrew name Levi was named after my grandfather Louis Lerner because he was a quiet, intelligent, and very religious man.
Thank you. Allison, would you please read the first paragraph? And loud, because you got people that are chickens in the back.
Our God and God of our ancestors, source of all blessings, we are grateful for the joy and blessings of this child born to us. As parents, we accept the awesome responsibility of raising our son to adulthood, of guiding his life, of determining in a large measure the values by which he shall live and the ideals toward which he shall strive. Mindful of the new dimensions of happiness and joy that this child will add to our lives, we are especially grateful to you, O God, for the privilege that is now ours to fulfill the mitzvah of Brit.
Would you read the second paragraph, Sean, and we'll do it together. Henny, ready?
Yeah.
Henny,
Henny
Mukan,
Mukan,
Zaman,
Unzaman,
Lekaim,
Lekaim,
Mitzvah,
Mitzvah,
Aseh,
Aseh,
Shvetzianu.
Shivetzion.
Now this part in English I'm not helping.
Okay, no problem.
Loud.
We are ready to perform the positive commandment enjoined by the Creator, blessed be God, to circumcise our son as it is written in the Torah. Every male among you throughout your generations shall be circumcised when he is 8 days old. According to custom, responsibility for bringing our son into the covenant falls to us. we hereby authorize you to perform the Brit Milah on our behalf.
Let me translate what he read, because this is the most important paragraph of the evening. According to Jewish custom, it is Sean's responsibility to perform this ceremony, right? If he no. I'm being serious. If he declines the honor, it falls to his dad or father-in-law. The two highest honors at a bris is the sandak. This is not a Jewish custom. This is a Judeo-Christian custom. We all go to brises, and those of us that have been to numerous ceremonies such as this think it's just a Jewish custom. It is not. It is described in the Old Testament. Jews and Christians read the Old Testament from the book of Genesis, paragraph 17. The bottom line is what we are doing. That paragraph he read, his father read, my father read, and men such as all of us have read those paragraphs for 4,000 years. That's tradition. What we would like to do is tweak tradition just a little bit. At a typical or an Orthodox bris, the men are in the front, the women are in the back, along with a couple of those men back there. And what happens is the baby comes in, the baby cries, the baby has his little procedure, and then what we'd like to do is just tweak that tradition a little bit. We'd like to introduce you to the best-looking baby, not in the New York City area, but in the tri-state area. This is a gorgeous baby.
Yes, he is.
And you can wake him up if you want. So I'm coming back to all of you. And he'll look the same in 5 minutes, I promise. Can you do me a favor? Can you move the candles onto the back where the sodas are? Thanks.
Thank you. I took a picture of him at every angle.
So you got another?
That wasn't him. Send that one.